Hi gardening friends, I'm Lark and I'm in Wisconsin Zone 5. I'd like to take you on a walk through my veggie garden. Have some kale yet, and yes, the cabbage moth is still around. So what if it has holes? I just wash them and chop them up and freeze them. Work around it. Oh well. Here I have some parsley yet. In these cinder blocks, I try to grow herbs and lettuces, and the herbs seem to be working out okay. Here I have a new planting of peppermint because it's more convenient up here than down in my other garden. So I put it up here. More parsley, some wild oregano. No, wild marjoram. And I've been drying that. And then some winter thyme. I had some creeping thyme too, but this here, the leaf seems to be a little larger. So they suggested in Wisconsin it would be good. Amaranth, Hopi, love the color. I use the leaves, the tiny leaves in my salads. And the seeds I'll be harvesting. And can I use those for like planting and having, like sprouts? Can I eat them as sprouts? Then I'm drying up my cucumber, or it's drying up on its own and I want to save some seed. That one's called soyo, a long Japanese that has spiky skin on it. More amaranth, and then my lemon balm. Just got done harvesting a bunch of it and drying. I like lemon balm tea, and the medicinal values are really good. I have a lot of cayenne peppers, a couple plantings, way too many. Next year I won't plant that many. There's also some bell peppers in there. Nothing that's going to give me too many bell peppers, maybe 8. So next year I have to, I think, get them into the sun more. Some blue lake bush beans I'm letting go to seed, but I don't know if I'll plant them next year. I really like picking the pole beans instead of bending down and picking bush beans. Carrots that I've been harvesting. And I used a salt shaker to broadcast the seed, and it seemed to work really good. I didn't have to do too much thinning, if any. Then I planted a newer crop of carrots. And I will be using the lasagna method of gardening in here probably in about a month. And I will be covering up those carrots, so we'll see if they winter and I can keep pulling them for a while, and maybe they'll come back next year. I don't know, but I had the seeds, so I did it. Different lettuces, cilantro. Then I have a newer planting in a pot that you maybe saw in another video that I brought inside, or am bringing inside. I love this outrageous red, or radaceous, I think this one's called. A third planting of beets. I just harvested some today too. Over here I have spearmint, so I keep it far away from the peppermint so I don't mix it up. And there's that nasty little butterfly. Celery that's going to seed. And then celery I haven't harvested yet. I'll wait for a while. It's doing good. It's doing better not blanched with the newspaper. Kale. Some opal basil. My Vortex beans that I'm leaving go to seed. It's one of my favorite beans now. More kale. bull's blood beet. Love the red part. I use in lettuces and my salads. This is, forget the name of this beet. A second planting of bok choy and a third planting of bok choy. And more beets. Chop and drop. I know it looks messy, this chop and drop, but why cart it off to the compost pile when I can let it just do its thing right here? Now on this celery, after I harvested and made that video, I decided to take off the newspaper and see if it gets any better without those silly pill bugs in there and slugs. More beets. Couple onions here and there. I already harvested them. Japanese red mustard. I like it because it's spicier of the mustards. And then the kale yet. And Swiss chard. Then I have one bok choy back there that is from, you know, like about June. But I only harvest a couple leaves off of it at a time. And it's not bitter. I'm surprised. It's doing good. I just take a couple off. I have some mashi in there. I don't know if it's going to amount to anything because I'm going to be doing lasagna method of gardening in here too. So all my debris is going to be piled up to at least the top of this chicken wire. Leaves, grass clippings, some wood ash, probably some shredded newspaper, and then I just alternate it again. Leaves, compost, grass clippings. Nasturtiums did great. I have to save more seed. Lavender, super for the first year. I do want to make an oil infusion next year, so I have to probably even start some more. Getting into a shadier area. Calendula is winding down here in the bachelor button, so I'm saving seed. More cayenne peppers. More lettuces, succession planting. So I haven't been without lettuce or other greens. Way too many cayennes. Next year, not so many. Few tomatoes left. Just the cherry Juliet. In fact, I have some, a whole pail full, a galvanized pail full of cherry tomatoes that I'm oven roasting. My raspberries. Doing okay. I think they need a little more heat, but they'll get it. Greek oregano, and I harvested all of my sage, so that's gone. I hope it comes back. If not, I can seed some more. My lavender. My one plant of lavender. There was supposed to be all herbs in the cinder blocks, but I decided not to put perennial herbs in the cinder blocks because the raspberries are coming up in there. So I just do annual. I have in here a holy basil or tulsi. Regular basil. I'm picking about every other day. More nasturtiums. And then my asparagus patch, which is overcome with gloriosa daisies and amaranth and my giant sunflower. And next year I'm not going to let all those things come up in there because I think it's sucking nutrients from the soil. And then some dill. I will let the dill come up because it said it's a good companion for the asparagus. So that's the update on my veggie garden, you guys. And it's nice to still be harvesting. Be nice if the weather held out for another month too. So take care, and thanks for tuning in to my channel. Oh, and my comfrey. It's on the other end. Still harvesting comfrey and making comfrey oil and calendula oil. Bye-bye.